Hey guys, Metal Viking 82 here, back with another Viking Orations. Got yet another review for you today, and this time I'm going to be talking to you about the debut full-length album from the band Outer Graves, entitled Terminal Light, out now through Transylvanian Recordings. And if you're not familiar with Outer Graves, they're a death metal band from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Been around since 2022, featuring Ryan Shaw on the bass, Jeffrey Kramer on the drums. He is a former member of Winterlore. Zachary Muffet on guitars. He again is also an ex-member of Winterlore. Absolutely killer band in his own right. He's also a former member of Malignant Inception. And finally, Kate Koish on vocals. She is a former member of the band Veil. As I said, this is their debut full-length album. It is 8 tracks and just a couple of ticks under 27 minutes in length. And this is another one of those random discoveries, courtesy of the classy one, Lonnie. Appreciate you, dude. And yeah, one that I have completely fallen in love with the more I spend time with this album. The fact that it had ex-Winterlore members was another selling point of this for me. Besides, of course, the killer artwork and the logo. I mean, everything about this band and album said that I was going to enjoy this. And I gotta say, not only is the drum production on here solid, but the performance is as well. He does a lot of interesting patterns, rolls, and fills. I just love his double bass and his blast beats on here. The bass on this album is thick-toned, reminding me a bit of the bass tone on Scream Bloody Gore just a little bit, and it's right up in the mix, which I love, especially when they got a good bass tone and a good bass player. And honestly, he delivers a ton of sick bass lines throughout this album, such as in track number 4, Distress Beacon at 136, and then again in the closing track number 8, Re-Entry, about 234 into that song, where you get like this nice little bass solo section followed by a heavy chunky chugged groove. Absolutely killer stuff. I thought Zach's guitar work on here is just fantastic, and he has that crunchy tone going on, and at times, they're fast and thrashy with some nice tremolos, at times even with a little bit of a black metal feel to them. Also get lots of chugs and headbangable grooves, and at times the guitars themselves just sound very ominous and sinister. When you get into track number 3, Malevolent Entity, that is a very apt title for this song, as there's this very nasty sounding riff that comes in at about 144 that's not only very, has a nice little black metal-esque feel to it, but it gives off a very malevolent vibe to it. And I love how it goes into this, heavy, chuggy groove at about 207, and the bass here sounds especially heavy, I thought. Then you get into track number 5, Seismic Scourge. I love that killer groove at about the 201 mark. I love the bass and that double bass going on. You can't help but headbang to that groove, and it has such a death vibe overall, I thought. And then, Kate's vocals on here are just absolutely throat shredding. Such a killer performance from her. She's like an evil banshee here to just rip out your very soul. Very, very impressed with her vocal performance. Overall, I thought this was a hell of a debut album, and just to me, just pure old school sounding death metal, great musicianship, savage sounding vocals. It's equal parts heavy and catchy and memorable, and most importantly, it gets the head banging without losing your interest. Now, I did check out, the band does not have any copies of this left, though Transylvanian does still have some copies. I will leave a link to both of their band camps so you can check it out for yourself. Pick up a copy, because yeah, this band definitely deserves the support. I cannot wait to see what this band has in store for us. And yeah, that is going to do it. I would give this a solid 9.5 out of 10. Go check out this album, and until next time, stay brutal.